How long and how many dates can you go on with people before you need to make a decision? I'm recently single and back on the market after nearly 4 years. I've come out of my past relationship with a lot of confidence and have been using the dating apps a bit and even got myself some friends with benefits.
Get it, girl.
We love that for you. I have found myself in a situation where I like 2 guys that I have met, but I've only been on 3 or so dates with each of them over a period of a month. So my question is this. How long and how many dates can you go on with people before you need to make a decision? And when do I need to stop my friends with benefits? I don't want to end up in a situation where they find out about each other and I end up with nothing. I don't know if I'm being selfish, giving player vibes. I just don't want to put all my eggs in the one basket like I did with my ex and end up in a relationship for 1.5 years longer than I should have. Please help.
Get it, girl. That's what I say. How long's a piece of string? There's no right or wrong answer here. It's down to what you feel comfortable with and also what the people you're seeing feel comfortable with. And I say that because to start with, do I think you need to say before you hook up with someone, hey, just so you know, I sort of hook up with someone else as well? I don't think you need to do that. I think you can see as many people as you want simultaneously. If you wanted to go and see 7 people 7 nights of the week, that's fine.
That would make for so many free dinners. Go for it. Imagine how much money you're going to save. You'll be a bit exhausted, but you'll save some money.
You can do whatever you want. I think it only when you have to start having these like transparent conversations and really honest conversations is if one person asks you, I think you need to tell them the truth. If one person says, hey, are you seeing anyone else? I think it's really important to tell the truth for a multitude of reasons. But I think if you're going to end up being with one person, it's good to be honest. B, if somebody asks if you have other sexual partners for whatever reason, I think it's important to tell them. If one person does want to take it further and says that I only want to be with you if you're with me, that's a decision you need to make. But I think until it's brought up organically, I don't think you need to go and tell them. Because they're probably seeing the same amount of people.
Here's my question though. Do you think it always has to be brought up? Because sometimes there is an implication, I guess, that we are exclusive. And someone may be giving you that implication that they're not seeing anyone else, that they've removed the dating apps, whatever that is, but they haven't verbally said it. And so like there can then be a gray area where it's like, well, you didn't ask. So I didn't tell you. I'm not lying. I just decided to like keep a little bit of the information from you.
I mean, that's so tricky because that could look like 100 different things. Someone saying, well, I've deleted the apps, just you. Like, I mean, like, no, you probably don't need to be like, well, I haven't. But if someone asks you straight out, and I mean, you've got to read the room. If the conversation is happening and that's their way of bringing it up, maybe they don't want to be so forthright by saying, are you seeing someone else? Maybe they're trying to start an organic conversation. You've got to be emotionally connected enough to be able to read a room and decide for yourself when the time is right. But I would be really disappointed and would be turned off a partner or a potential partner if I asked them, if I said, hey, are you seeing anyone else? And they said no, then I found out they were. I'd be like, cool, well, you lied to me. That's not a way to start a relationship. Like I asked you, I would just not be into it. But I would expect the truth if I ask somebody that.
It's tricky. Okay. So I agree with you. I agree with you on the premise that I think you are right, Britt, but how would I feel? So I go back to like when I was dating. If I had matched with a guy on Tinder and we had been seeing each other for 4 weeks or so and it was like consistent, like we were seeing each other and having sex and everything else, but we hadn't had the conversation of like, what is this? Are we exclusive or anything like that? If the frequency was high enough, we were speaking to each other often enough, I think in my mind, there would be a kind of a little bit of implied like,
wrong.
Wait, not that I would expect for him to be, not that I expect that he would be not be seeing anyone else, right? I don't expect it. But if I found out that he was still like on Monday night having sex with me, on Tuesday night having sex with someone else, it would give me the ick of him. Even though I know he's totally entitled to, if he then came to me and was like, hey, I've just stopped seeing this person, I'd be like, ew, like fucking why?
But that's why it's so important to ask the question. If you're going to get the ick in that situation, you cannot make an assumption that because someone is giving you 4 of their nights a week and they text you every day to check in and they give you a kiss goodnight in a text. If they're like, night, thought of you today, probably thinking of Sarah and Sally as well. Like, don't make an assumption is what I'm saying. If you want to know, ask the question.
Also the copy and paste text. Like, night
Sally,
babe.
it's Brittany, but night, Ben. It's Liam.
I mean, okay, just going back to the question as it actually is, you say you've only been on 3 or so dates with each of them over the period of a month. That is casual. There is no intensity or frequency there. I think you just play on exactly as you are
Also.
and you wait until one of them brings it up, or maybe you're starting to develop feelings more for one than the other, and then that way you can make a decision.
Also, I know you've just come out of a long relationship and you haven't been in the game long, but 3 dates over a month, you are living your best life, but you are not giving player vibes. I know the question is you're scared of giving player vibes. It's not. It's player vibes. You've got a little way to go yet. You're living your best life. You've seen 2 people a couple of times over a month. That's what dating is, 100%. No one would think that you are being selfish in that capacity. Like, I think it would be crazy for you to get out of a relationship that long and just see one person. Like, you definitely need to go taste the flavors of the sea.
Ew.
What?
Taste the flavors of the sea?
It just came
Semen?
to me. It just. Well, I wasn't going to go that far, but yeah, you need to taste the flavors of the semen.
All right, let's move on.